original pad of my Opuntia Violacae started to show signs of rot. You'll see that picture in the thumbnail for this video. But I decided that the pads that were growing from it were in perfectly good shape, so I decided I would just take them as cuttings, and I have since let them dry and callus over at the bottom. Let me give you a closer look of that. And I had put some rooting hormone on here too, which will prevent any fungal infections. But let me get this a little closer so I can show you. The roots will come out of here and also out of the areoles at the bottom. So I'm just going to plant a couple inches of this pad right down, just a couple inches from down here, right down in the soil, and this pad should send out roots. And it should be just fine because these things fall off the mother plant right out in the desert and start rooting with no aid at all in nature. So I'm just going to put that one in there, and that actually reminds me of the original pad that I had gotten. And right in front of it, I'll show you the tip to this one too. It's all healed off, it's ready to go in. It's been about 2 weeks, and this one's a little thin, so it's probably about time I get these into some soil. And I'm actually using the soil that it was in. It happens to be a sandy mix, and honestly the plant was wet all spring and all summer because of the weather around here. But I'm going to keep my plants much drier so I don't lose them. But now I have 2 cuttings in here, and normally I would say this is quite a big pot for these. However, the other one grew huge in no time. And I am going to do a better job keeping these dry. But they turn a beautiful purple color in the spring. This one, I think, once I stop moving it, it will stay in place. But I'm going to keep these dry for maybe a month or so, and then I can assume that it's set out some roots, and I will start watering it when I water my other cacti. But you should be able to see some signs of new growth, or it'll plump out. And once that happens, you know that the plant has sent out roots. But that is just how easy it is to plant Opuntia cuttings. And now my plant will continue to thrive, even though the original pad had to be thrown away. These pads will continue to grow, and I will consider it a save for my plant. And normally I would say this is a little bit of a big pot for this, but since I know I'm going to keep it dry and really monitor the water, it should be just fine. And they're pretty quick, fast growers. So I think this will work out just fine, and I am hoping for the best. I have a couple other pads taking root up in the greenhouse. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having less rain where you are and more sunshine, especially if you're growing cacti and succulents. And thanks again.